Hey, 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 welcome back to the Bodie Bros. I am John with the J.
And I am Phoenix Ray. So what we're gonna do, it's not too much different from our other shows. Me and John, we like our tarot cards, our oracle cards, and we do our conscious conversations. We used to do weekly energy readings. So I thought, you know what? We have a lot of decks between both of us. Why don't we showcase our decks? We're gonna show you our decks.
We're going to show you our decks.
Biggest and best decks.
And without any further ado, new shit. Yeah, buddy, surprise. Oh, you can't see it because of the damn background. Okay, look. Yeah. Here it is.
Okay. Spirit Animal Oracle.
There we are.
That's a horse on there too.
Yeah, and it's kind of glowy like the macaw back here too. It's like, so all the cards are like that too. It's like the essence, like the fiery, powerful essence of the spirit animals.
So when did you get that deck?
I got this deck on Friday at a wonderful local shop called the Scented Dragon. Yeah, we do. That's the place where I told you where we do 2 drum circles a week. They have this side room, beautiful little private room, and we do a drum circle from 6 to 7, and then they do a Reiki share from 7 to 8.
Man, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, man, it's a nice little
like that twice a week.
Sweet little spot. So the back of the cards are strange. Man, I can't believe it. Is there a way I could do this? It's got like this little eye thing in there. There's the eye. There's the eye. You kind of see it a little bit. All right, next time, no virtual background so you can see the cards. In fact, I could probably pop it off real quick. Let me do that. Let me just choose virtual background. None. There we go. All right.
Okay.
Now we can see the cards. There we go. So it's got like this like little eye, and it kind of looks like from the Hobbit and shit, the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Solid. Right. They're all seeing eye.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, and then the cards are all like fiery, like and electric looking, right?
Oh, yeah, that's neat. I like how like the cards when they tell you like they kind of give you like an idea of what it's about, like
right.
You know what I mean? So it's like so that way you can kind of use some intuition too. You don't always have to use the book, and sometimes it's good that way.
And you just nailed it out of the park with why I got it. I was like, I need a turbo deck. The last 2 decks I got are wonderful decks, beautiful art, beautiful messages and cards, but they each come, and you know me, I love stories. Then there's a time and place for that. But each reading in the book was about 2 or 3 pages. These are all like 1 paragraph, boom. And like you saw, 1 word. So, you know, like you said, you don't even need the book, especially if you know a lot about spirit animals, spirit guides, all that stuff. And a lot of times, I mean, it just happens. Like people say, oh, okay, well, you got giraffe here. What does it say? Well, this one says heart, right? And we'll find out what that means in the book just by looking at the book. But let's talk about that. What does I ask people this all the time when I draw animal cards? I'm like, before we talk about what I think, what the book thinks, what does giraffe mean for you? When you think giraffe, when you see giraffe, maybe there's a personal connection from childhood giraffe. Like, who knows? It might be your mom's favorite. So, you know what I mean? And
that's
book.
That's an important thing what you're saying is because I think sometimes we'll rely too much on the book. And I mean, in the past, I've done readings with just regular playing cards and like that I'll do sometimes or whatever. But yeah, it's good to like not always rely on a book and always, have your own insight into it because that's more authentic.
Yeah. So let's do what we normally do, right? We'll pull one, then we'll talk about whatever we need to talk about, and give everyone an opportunity right now to clear your mind, body, soul, heart. Just clear it all as best you can, and come up with a question, come up with an intention, or just open yourself to receive a beautiful message from Source, Spirit, whatever word you'd like to put on the top of that equation. And here we flow.
All right.
1, 2, 3, and all right, Ray, help me out, baby. Tell me when.
Near the back.
Near the back, like this back?
Yeah, over there, yeah.
Tell me when.
Now.
It's stuck. It's the new deck. It's all sticky deck. Shut the hell up.
Oh, the parrot.
What
Expression.
the hell?
I think that means you got to put the background back on.
Oh my gosh, do I have to put the background back on? Okay. Wow, bro. I don't even know where the background is. Let me find it real quick. All right, so the word was expression. Let's start thinking about that. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right,
There it
let's,
is,
let's
man.
bring back
It
the.
was
Come
the beginning,
on,
at the
guys.
beginning.
This is crazy.
It's almost like we have the card behind us.
This is nuts. All right, so parrot and expression. All right, now you know why I chose parrot, right? For my backdrop, right?
No, tell me.
No, it's like my number one, my lead spirit animal. It's the parrot and the white tiger. Those are my two like major, have been with me since little kid.
Yeah, I like parrots a lot.
Allies.
I had parrots growing up as pets.
You
My
did?
family. So like I was like I've been around a lot of parrots.
Oh
I never
wow.
had a I think that's like a blue and gold macaw.
Macaw, yeah.
I never had one of we never had one of those, but we had, we had some other birds.
Ray, this one's gonna hit home for both of us, man. I'm telling you. I'm
Well, you know
telling.
what? I set the intention of us going forward, the Bodie Bros was gonna be this card.
All right. Well, here it is, man. When the spirit of parrot comes to you, it is time to express yourself, as the parrot does with its colors and voice. Your expression can take many forms. Did you maybe remain silent for too long and need to tell another person what you really think? Or maybe it is time to write that book you have been thinking of for so long. More generally, you may need to start working on the projects you have always dreamed of. It can be scary to do this. What if I am judged, criticized, or ridiculed? That might happen, but must it stop you from sharing your gifts with the world? If you wait for everyone's approval, you might wait for a very long time. To express your true nature, let go of the old pride and shame paradigm. For every time you are proud of yourself, there will be a time you will feel ashamed or not good enough, as they are two faces of the same coin. So instead of oscillating between those two states, choose the middle way. Do things for yourself because they are a most direct expression of who you are, not because they may bring you acceptance, fame, or admiration. That way, you won't be afraid of a potentially negative outcome, as there won't be anybody to impress or disappoint. You have nothing to prove. Just just be yourself and share your unique light with the world. Message from Parrot, Ray. Express yourself. Don't be afraid to shine.
Wow. That that might go that's like a Hall of Fame reading right there. Put that in the Hall of Fame. Put that in the Oracle card Hall of Fame. If they're gonna have a whole Oracle card Hall of Fame, that card's going in there.
I mean, with the
That's beautiful.
background, we started the
That was
episode.
just beautiful, man. That was just beautiful. And it's like,
God.
yeah, and that kind of hit home, a lot of points on me. There's just like of stuff that I've gone through my journey in the past few years is, speaking my voice, speaking my wisdom, not being afraid of criticism, but not speaking to get praise, not looking for an desired outcome. Like, oh my God, I'm gonna say that if I say this stuff, these people will like it. Speak my truth, or being afraid, not being that attachment, that we always kind of cling to, looking externally for that, either that praise or trying to like protect ourselves against criticism, because and that goes to really just ego, or where you are on a scale of consciousness,
Yeah.
what you're identified with. If
Yeah.
you're speaking, you're in tune with your higher self, and you're speaking from that place of authenticity from the heart. You don't really care about that, externally, how people are going to accept it or people are not going to accept it. You're just shining. You're just like a star. You're just shining,
Yeah.
and if people, people don't like what you say, or they do like to say, it's really more of a projection of them. It's not really has to do anything with you, because
Yeah.
all of them may have something inside them that's unhealed, and that could just be bringing that out anyways. So even if they get triggered and they get upset, in reality, you're kind of helping them because you're bringing that stuff to the forefront for them to work on and see.
Very, very well said.
Yeah.
I was getting a little choked up at the end because I said I wasn't going to talk about the job stuff, but it kind of, I mean, I could hit on a very high surface level. Um, the last two jobs I took, come to find out, not in the moment. In the moment, I'm like, all right, best decisions and blah blah blah. It was all up here. It wasn't like here, right? It was all
Yeah.
calculating and all that stuff. But the last two jobs I took were to make other people happy. That's what I learned looking in the rearview mirror and getting to spend some time with myself over the last few days. Some folks out there know that I walked away from a really, 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 really nice, high-paying job, but it wasn't for me. I couldn't. I thought I could do it again, but I was only doing it to impress the people around me, not just to impress them. It wasn't an impress like, look at me, look what I could do. I can make all this money. It wasn't that. It was kind of like, hey, I've fallen down again in my life at 48. I can pick myself back up. Look, I'm making all this, like, look at this. I'm making crazy amounts of money. Like, wee, right? Like, I'm good. I'll buy a house soon. Everyone, American dream. Yeah, USA, right? And it was physically hurting me. Like I had physical stress that was wrecking me. And I knew at that point, I'm like, I have to leave this, right? Now, how does this pertain to the car? Well, all right, trying to do the long story short here. I also, in this reflection, came to realize, shit, I was a really, really, really good athlete, right? Like super good athlete. And everyone thought, oh, it's just his first love was sports and this and that. And for 40, let's call it 8 years, I believed that until recently. But all of this allowing of feeling has led me to understand that I just really loved baseball and I loved football and soccer and all those, when I was so good at it, to protect myself. I did it to impress my father.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that in Utah.
I did it because, and now I understand to what level I did it. I did it so that I would be safe at the time from him, right?
Yeah.
And that program keeps playing out and out in your life because it just becomes part of your program, right? Unless you see it and really get in there and say, all right, I got to change this. So the whole time, Ray, I was an artist, right? But I hid that part of me because that part did not protect or serve me, right? Yeah, it didn't. Right. It like, hey, look at my picture. It was not met with, hey, I just hit a home run, right? So in those moments, I chose to abandon my true colors, right? And that was to shine as an artist, to shine as a performer, a dancer, a comedian, all that stuff, the stuff we do together, right? And I pushed that aside because that was not safe. It was safe to shine in this life. And maybe the same holds true with being a salesman or work, having a full-time job and doing this, like that, when you do that, you're a good son, you're a good community leader, you're a good person because you're contributing to society, right? What does the artist do? Oh, they depend on other people for money, and there's still to this day such harsh connotations that come with, oh, you're an artist, so that means you're poor. Does that mean you live on your parents' couch? All this stuff, right?
Right. Stereotypes.
Well, this card tells us to raise two fingers to all that stuff, because all that stuff really is just a whole pile of shit that comes from centuries and centuries of programming from our ancestors that didn't know better, right? And now we just have to, this generation and the ones before us and the ones after us really have to just unravel this whole ball of crap and leave it there and say, all right, what can we do now? And what we could do now is just celebrate everyone for their true core being and who they are, who they want to be, how they want to shine. Just shut the fuck up. Just let people be people. Let kids, beyond anything, be kids, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Fuck
I
me,
mean, I think
dude.
it comes down. I think it comes down to what loving yourself. Because I think when it's like you're not loving yourself, you're looking externally for that approval from others, which is not. It's not wrong. It's just, it's humanity, and we do that. We want that love. We want that attention. We want that approval. So we become sort of like people pleasers.
Yes.
So we
Yes.
can people please, like, oh, you like it when I play sports, you like you like that part of me, so I'm gonna present that part of me. I'm gonna put that, like a shuffle, like a deck of cards. I'm gonna put that card in front,
Right.
with those other cards in the back of the deck. Oh, this person likes it when I'm this way, so okay, I'm like, the Ray that's funny and blah 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 blah, or
Yeah.
perverted or whatever. I'm gonna, okay, well, I'll put that card in front now. I'll show that side, and
Yeah.
whatever, what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
I'll
Right.
hide the spiritual Ray will be in the back, and then we go
Yeah.
say about chakras and crap like
Right.
that,
Right. 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 Right.
when I'm with my college buddies or something like that. And, so we
Watch
all have
out.
that. But at the same time, though, you got to just embrace all of you and be, when you love yourself, it's just, you just become that full expression of who you are. And you're not really worried about, how it's going to rub off other, how it's going to affect other people. As long as you're not like punching babies and stuff like that and setting houses
Yeah.
on fire.
Don't punch babies.
Yeah. So it's,
Yeah, and that's how I failed to kind of mention how the two tied together with the job and the baseball, childhood thing. Well, it's because once we leave childhood and we leave the nest and we go do things, that if we're still running that program, we grab something like sales, or we grab something like that's competitive like sales, and then we say, I'm not a baseball player now, I'm a salesman, and I could win by beating others in competitions to make more money, make more sales, and go 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 go. I did that in restaurant jobs.
mhm.
I would beg my man. I'd be like, do a contest tonight. We did a contest last night. Do a contest tonight. I want to win. I want to win. I want to win. And maybe it was $10, maybe it was a bar tab, maybe it was something, but it was still that program. It's not like I was going to call my dad at the end of the shift and go, I won $10 at TGI Fridays, Dad. So I'm a great server. But now I'm almost doing it for my family, right? Now I'm doing
Yeah.
like, because that's all I knew. And I knew that all right, this baseball thing didn't work out, I'm going to go be a poet now, or I'm going to be a painter, right? That shit was going to do nothing but get me in trouble, right? I can do it like you said in the background. I could paint back here, happy little trees, or I can decide to finally say screw it and put it here, and not put the sales back here, but just crumple this damn thing up, throw it away, call it what it is. I'm not a salesman. I'm a storyteller, right? And there's a big difference, okay? And the big
Right.
difference is when you're a storyteller, that's what you do, right? You tell the stories. There's not a hat necessarily attached to it, or a
Kind of
doohickey about.
an agenda.
Right. Thank you. You said it. I was tiptoeing around it. You're absolutely right. There's not an agenda. It's just the agenda is to share information, to share inspiration, to share passion, fun, the spectrum of emotions, right? And you know what? Life, it should be okay that that's what you do in this lifetime. And you know what? Maybe the Bodie Bros is, let's just call it as it is, right? This is our car. We chose it. You
Right.
shared what you asked about or what your intention was. Why cannot this be our life, right? The way we want, like, hey, what do you do? That conversation. Well, I do lots of things, but if you're talking about how I make money, my buddy Ray and I have a podcast. You actually make money? Yeah, because we made the decision that that's okay, right? For
Yeah.
us. And whatever family, friends, whatever think, get over it. This is okay because it feels okay for us. In fact, when we do this, it feels fucking fantastic to me, dude.
Yes.
Right? Why can't a paycheck be attached to this? We just have to make shit happen to make that so, and make decisions that it's safe for us and it's okay to not necessarily abandon everything that's providing for us today, really throw the Bodie Bros up front and let it shine. And it's and that's okay.
That's okay. I'm down with that.
Yeah.
I'm down with that, man.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
Let's
We express ourselves with authenticity and love. You know, open those throat chakras.
open your closet doors, people. Put those crazy clothes on. The ones that, oh, you don't know if your mom and dad, or you don't know if your neighbor's gonna, forget all that
Yeah.
shit.
Step
That's,
out your comfort zone.
yeah, man. Wear the crazy pants. Wear the wild dress. Put those shoes on that you only wore once, but you know they're badass. Badass them out the front door. Like,
How is this for a challenge? Do it for even for a day. Tell the truth, no matter what, for one day. Now, I'm not saying go up and say to someone, "Hey, you look like a piece of shit."
yeah, that's just being a dick. Don't do that.
No, don't do that. Because you want to still keep the heart open. But if
Right.
somebody asks you something, a question like, "Hey, how does this look?" Instead of being like, "Oh, you look fine." You know,
Yeah.
there's a way to frame that and
Yep.
do it lovingly and compassionately.
Sure.
So why not make that expressing yourself? Why not make it the truth and just tell people the truth
I love that shit.
and
Dude.
make a truth challenge out of it?
Yeah, man. That's our Bodie. We're throwing down the Bodie gauntlet for the week. There it is. Gauntlet has been dropped. Take one day. This coming weekend, beginning of next week, tomorrow, whenever you see this video, take a day. I love that, man. Just to
Yeah.
and as difficult as it may be. And I'll tell you what, for all you video junkies out there, record every time you're gonna tell the truth because this shit could get funky, funny, scary, and just wild, man. Like,
I feel too. There's certain things that will happen. You'll become more mindful of the little lies that you say, even the little lies, because you probably say more lies than you think you do. Talking to people, and you don't even know it.
yeah, oh
And then
yeah,
second of all, I feel like if you devote that, if you're dedicated, like, okay, today I'm going to tell the truth, I feel like that's going to attract certain things in your life. Like it's almost like truth is like, oh, he's going to tell the truth today. I'm going to put. Don't be surprised if some things come up and some things happen that
right.
you weren't prepared for.
Yeah,
And you'll be like, oh, damn, of
yeah,
all days.
yeah. This is the day that everyone wants to fucking ask me questions. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Wow. You know, this person I haven't talked to in over a year just called me. And
Yeah.
so expect the unexpected when you dedicate yourself to this.
Oh, that's so much fun. And it really is a good exercise because what the fuck are we going around lying about everything for? Why? To protect ourselves. It all
You know
comes
what?
back to that. Do you think the macaw flies majestically through the jungle, lying to other fucking animals and shit, or squawking half truths? The macaw doesn't give a shit. The macaw spreads its beautiful wings and its radiant colors and spreads the essence of itself all through that rainforest jungle,
That's
baby. And
right.
it
There's
doesn't.
no lies in the jungle.
No, man. Be welcome to the jungle, baby. You're gonna die. You're not gonna die. Just tell the truth.
The only thing that's going to die is the illusion.
And you know what? If you die telling the truth, bro, that sounds pretty rock star.
Yeah.
How did he die? Telling the truth.
Yeah. You know, he died, but hey, he was honest at the very end.
Right.
All
Well, what happened?
right,
Well,
let's do this. Let's dedicate
yeah,
a day, me and you, and
yeah,
then the next show, what we could that's something we could kind of bring up too a little bit. If something comes up, something
right,
that be like,
right.
okay.
All right, all right. That sounds fun. All right, guys, we're running out of time here, so yeah, we'll probably do this format for a little while as we're turning the lights up, up, and up to shine brighter and brighter on the bros, so that we can make this our lives. Because I really feel like it might be time. I'm jobless again, folks. If you have any leads, send them my way. I'll probably say no, but you never know. Anyway,
It'll be the truth.
it will be the truth. It will definitely be the truth, and you'll know what you're getting. And this time, I need to do the due diligence enough so that when I make the decision and I accept an offer, which I probably won't because it's going to be something that I generate on my own. But should that be the scenario again, when I sign the paperwork or when I say yes, this is a good fit for me, it means that it's a good fit for me, not for anybody else. And
Mhm.
that's the dedication I need to preserve moving forward. And the apologies I extend to any of those that I heard along the way, and those that I'm unaware that I heard in the process of taking jobs and leaving jobs, and people that believed in me, and it just didn't work out. Ultimately, I hope we're all delivered to the beautiful shores of abundance and prosperity. But without any further ado, once again, I'm John with a J, signing out.
I'm Phoenix Ray. Namaste.
We'll see you next time. And scene.